Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'll be answering the most asked question on internet, which is what are the best resources for studying and practicing DSA, right? So I'll take this video to answer this question. I'll be answering this question in three parts. So let's get started. So the first part of my answer will be for the people who are new to DSA and who have just started getting used to learning it, or maybe you can be in your first year of college, or maybe you are from some different background, not from CS, from different some other background, right? So the best resource for you to get started is get the concepts clear, because that's the best thing anyone can advise to you. You need to get your concepts right before moving on to solving any DSA problem, right? Because when you actually start solving a problem, to think of that logic, which many people complain that they're not able to think of the logic after seeing the question, that is because you are missing the concept building phase in your DSA start journey, right? So once you see the question, your mind should actually recall that's the concept, and it actually helps you in building the logic, right? So for all the data structures available, like make sure that you go ahead, read about them, and get your concepts cleared about all the different algorithms that are used, or let's say all the different concepts, the basics, like all the questions that you are going to see in ahead of your DSA journey, whether if you are appearing for an interview or you are solving any question on any platform, the basics matter a lot because they help you to build your logic, and everything is after that, right? So that's the best advice. So for actually finding the best resource on internet to do that, I can suggest you with some that I came across and I found good. One of them being reading articles on Geeks for Geeks. You can search, let's say you search for graph concepts. You want to learn about graphs. So it actually gives you a good list of articles where you can read about different concepts of graphs. And nowadays there are many YouTube channels which have taken the effort to make videos on every data structure and explain you the concept. So yeah, you can definitely go and watch them. And apart from that, on lead code also, so there is this tab called explore, where you can see different modules, right? Let's say this module, like detailed explanation of dynamic programming, so maybe this can be helpful to you. So the resources, the nature differs for every person, so you might, this resource might be helpful to some people and might not be helpful to some other set of people. So I am just suggesting you multiple resources, right? So make sure your concepts are clear. Now I'll move on to the second set of people, and I was going to talk about, if you are an intermediate level, if you have an intermediate level in your DSA coding, then I would say the best thing for you is to get started and practice more and more number of questions. So by intermediate, what I mean is you have your concepts cleared and you have started practicing, and maybe you are in that phase where you have time to time for your interviews or placements. Maybe you are in your second year of college, or uh, depends totally on you, right? So if you're in that stage, make sure you practice a lot, because practice is going to help you in thinking, in actually identifying different patterns of questions, and it is going to help you in logic building, and it will actually help you to do it at a faster pace. So more you practice, more you get exposure to different kind of problems, right? And eventually it is going to help you when you get to the interview phase in your life. So make sure you practice a lot. So for practicing, one good platform is LeetCode. If you go on LeetCode's problem tab, you will find many problems. Still loading. Okay. Okay, never mind. Let's talk about Geeks for Geeks first. So we have a section called problems, in which you'll see company-wise questions, topics, difficulty, and all. So you can start solving it on Geeks for Geeks, or yeah, now this page is open. So you can go to LeetCode and check out the problems here. So there are medium, easy, hard levels. You can maybe start with the easy level first, pick up the problems in easy level topic wise, and then try to solve them and gain confidence, and then move on to increasing your level, right? So there is another thing which I really like about LeetCode, which is the daily problems. So, and these daily problems come with streaks. So they are kind of giving you a streak motivation to solve all the daily problems. So you can make a habit of doing it every day. This is actually good. And there are company-wise questions and everything. So yeah, you should get hands-on practicing more as much as you can in this phase, right? And you can also take part in many contests. So LeetCode has this contest concept. Even if you don't perform very well, even if you're not able to solve more than one or two questions, it's totally fine because this is the phase where you build your experience in DSA, right? So it's totally fine. Don't get demotivated and try to participate in as much as contest as you can, right? Okay, then moving on to the next good resource that I like to tell you is this Drivers A to Z DSA course. So basically, it covers all the topics, and if you see, there are around 455 questions for you to complete. They if you skim through this, they kind of have all the topics covered over here. Like, let's say, let's open this sliding window and two pointer combined problem. So, if you open this, let's say you know sliding window, you read about the concept of sliding window, but you want to practice more kind of problems in that topic. So, you have it here, and maybe they can help you understand this concept better. So, there are concept wise problems, and in cases like if you toggle graph, if you see, you have this learning section over here where the all the concepts related to the graph are explained over here, and then you can go ahead and practice topic ones, right? So this can be helpful to you. There are like 445 questions. You can prefer going through this sheet. It can be really helpful. This is only when you have a lot of time left to practice. Now, I'll move to the third set of people that I was going to talk about. It is for the people who have like less amount of time and they have their interviews coming up soon. They can be preparing for their internship or placement interviews, or they can be people who are like kind of preparing for job switch, right? So now, I'll take you to this driver's SD sheet where it can be a good resource for you to revise all your concepts and revise the problems in those concepts. So, basically, what you have to do in this period of time that you have, you need to make sure that you focus on quality of problems, quality of things that you do rather than quantifying it, right? So you need to make sure you revise all the concepts in your mind. You know, like if I talk about arrays, there can be questions which can be from two pointer approach or the sliding window approach, right? So you need to have that all in your mind, and what you should do in this phase of time is recall all the different type of patterns of problems that you have seen across your lead code or any problem solving journey, right? So recall those patterns, and like maybe you can just see these questions, revise them, and just maybe practice them. So I think this sheet is basically Striver has tried to concise the kind of important questions that can be helpful to you to revise all the concepts related to the topic by just solving some set of questions, right? So they can be helpful to you. They are just like set of 191 problems. It's up to you. You may not complete all of them because it depends on your level of preparation. So you can also skip some of them. So it's not a rule to do all of them. You can skip some of them and just make sure you are revising your concepts and the pattern of different problems that you have seen across. And the other resource apart from this can be searching through company-wise questions. Let's say you are applying for Google's interview and you want to see that what kind of questions appeared in previous interviews. So you can definitely go ahead. Like LeetCode has this company-wise tax problems, or you can just, if you don't have LeetCode Premium, you can just search on Google. So I have also done this. So I just searched for like let's say Google questions, and it actually has some GitHub repositories, and people have done the effort of transferring these questions and making it available on GitHub. So yeah, you can definitely find some of the interview questions related to that particular company or that particular topic by just doing a normal Google search also. And yeah, so very important is to brush up your skills and the pattern of different type of questions that you have seen, so that when you are in an interview, you just recall and you just in your mind you are able to identify that yes, this can be the pattern associated with this data structure, right? So that's going to help you a lot. That's all for the video. I have tried to cover all the possible best resources that can help you, and try to tailor it according to the level that you are currently in terms of your DSA journey. So all the best to you all guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Thank you.